Well, howdy. This is episode 3 of the Weekend Garden Update, and so much happened this week. We had unpredictable weather. We had unexplained natural bug phenomenon. We have a new garden bed. We have new flowers. We have new plants. New decor. New landscape. Plans being executed. But a lot happened this week. Take a look. Did you see how bright? You see how bright this is? It's noon. White out. But so much was done last week. We got a new raised garden bed, repurposed greenhouse, mini greenhouse, turned into a trellis. Transplanted the bean, cucumbers, and tomatoes. Gonna get a couple other varieties here, possibly those pear tomatoes. I mean, I was pretty drawn to them. I was like, ooh, that's cute. Speaking of pear, the pear tree has some growth. Let's check out the other things that are going on around the yard. Pepper station, growing zucchini and summer squash, fall blueberries, growing russet potatoes, puppy. 1 week of growth. This is that summer squash. They're about to find a new home. Relocated strawberries. Rehabilitation. This one still had some caterpillars this morning. Had to shake some of them off. But this one is getting healthy again. Look at all this new growth. Yeah, we like that. New growth in the ginger. All that. It's popping through. And the soon to be yellow brick road. You know it's under construction. I need to do something with my homemade fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. I'm going to separate some out because today is a fertilizer day. The dogs are inside because they don't need to be anywhere near this water. Over by the garden beds, I do have a 5-gallon bucket of water set over there, and I am going to separate some of this out. It's really gotten all that bullshit dissolved out now. So this is like done. So I'm gonna put some in this jar. I have a milk bag here and a I'm just like a large mason jar, and I'm gonna go ahead and separate some of this out so I don't have to dig into this again later. And I'll probably do a couple jars of this. So yeah, man, got that strained out. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this to my 5-gallon bucket, and we're gonna go ahead and water and fertilize these babies. I'm just gonna add probably, I don't know, probably about like this much of it, and that should be enough. The plants that I do have been getting fed by this. So far it's been working, so let's see how it keeps going. This is an experiment, complete experiment. You know, I'm a first time gardener, so this is also a first time thing. So I want to see if I'm able to make my own successful fertilizer for myself and not have to buy commercial fertilizer. And I can just use what's in my yard, man. It's pretty freaking cool. It's pretty awesome how I just can take a bucket of water and this. I have this. This is the good life, man. Just sitting in the sun, enjoying my babies, giving them some food. Sundays are so chill. Good morning. It is Monday, June 9th, and we have birds chirping and thunder rumbling in the distance. We had a hell of a storm last night. Actually, the storm was still going this morning. It actually woke me up at 4 in the morning. I have been awake since 4 in the morning. And I ended stream a little early. It was still 11:30. So I'm running on very, very low sleep. It's okay. It's fine. But the plants are definitely going to be perky. It is sprinkling again. But I do want to take a little walk around the backyard and see how things looking. Look how much rain. That was empty. It just goes to show how much rain we got. This is a great time for this to get rain. Great time. These are in a little bit of shock. They'll be alright though. I have full confidence in that. And this plant, the squash, it's gotten so big. I was just vibing in my garden until I heard tick, 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 tick. This woodpecker had shown up, just going heavy metal on this tree. You know, the forecast shows rain all week. So I don't have any major plans of renovation or building anything this week in mind. But as I stand here looking around the yard, I am gathering some ideas. Tomorrow's trash day, so I can go ahead and pick up the trash, the basic things, because I have the stuff from all the soil bags and stuff. I can go ahead and pick that up and put that in our trash bin out front. The other thing that I noticed is that I can go ahead and start pushing those cobblestones into the ground. The ground is wet. Perfect time to do it. There's a repurposed table that I have here. It's a table that had broken years ago and that I just have a pallet sitting on top of. And I want to move that table out of that area because I'm eventually, like I said, going to bring this down because it's just an experiment that isn't working for me. So I want to take that table and I want to just grab that table, grab it and take it over here and go right over. I want to put it right there. That's what I want to do.
3 hours later.
Remember how this morning I was saying we're supposed to have, a forecast of rain all week? I think it's just best that I just bring this in here, you know? I'm plugging a hole. I'm gonna plug my old fire pit that's over there. We're gonna carry some dirt from here to there. When I was picking up trash earlier, it occurred to me that I needed to move this dirt that was piled up next to the path where the yellow brick road's going to be, right? And I was moving the dirt back and forth. And I was like, well, why don't I just move the cobblestone path over here? Because it makes no sense to start building another project away from the main area, because I'm building in this area, right? I keep expanding in this area. So this is what it's starting to look like now. So the plan is the yellow brick road is going to go here to here. Aww. And then it's going to branch out over here, right? I got those petunias moved in to this spot over here. Bam. Yay. And I'm going to press these stones into the soft ground. And then after this is all done, and all the way down to the end where it's going to eventually, the stones will get smaller and blend into P-rock. I'll lay down bags of sand, sweep the sand over, water it down, glue the stones down essentially, and then I'll have a cobblestone path in front of my garden. Talk about a sick ass plan. I am so excited. It's such an impromptu plan. I love gardening. It's so spontaneous. It's Tuesday. Good morning. This is becoming a week of unpredictability. It is windy and it is raining. Like I said, you never know what's going to happen in the world of gardening. This afternoon, it's supposed to be partly cloudy, so who knows what's going to happen. So if that's the case, and it clears up, we're going to move the Brussels sprout and the collard green today. If not, I don't know. We'll see what we'll do. I'm off work and sunny. A week of unpredictability. We don't know. No idea what's going to happen. So we are going to go ahead and move that Brussels sprout and collard green while it's nice and bright out. All right. It's time to get these two babies in here. It's also time to get the second treatment done as well. That should have been done yesterday. It's been a week now, and the ladybugs are still chilling in the fridge. But we're gonna go ahead and get these in here, and when the sun gets to sunset, then we'll go ahead and put the ladybugs in completely, and they'll protect this bed, and we'll be good. Go. So we got those in the ground. Bam. Y'all. We're gonna do a treatment here pretty soon. And when we started, it was sunny, right? It's gonna storm. This week is wild. I don't even know, man. But I do want to do a quick shout out to my friend Emily McMillan, who owns Abilene Yarn Company. She's wonderful. I adore her. I love her to death. And I'm so glad that I visited her the other day, because one, I found out that she's moving locations. Holy shit. I'm like, ah. Two, the new location she's moving into actually has this really cute spot right around the corner from where she is, and actually down the street from where I live. So I'm just like, oh, nice. So think, all right, remember the days of Pier 1 imports, right? When you walk in, think of that smell. Pier 1 imports had a smell, right? There was a smell that it had. This place has that scent. It's like you walk in, but then you see like metal outdoor decor, and there's the sound of a fountain. There wasn't music playing. I could have used music playing. That's okay. But there was a fountain going, so there was an ambiance of water as I was walking around. It was very peaceful in there. And I ended up buying something. And look what I found! Look at them! Oh my god, y'all! They were so cute. I could not resist. Okay, so it is raining again. But I just thought of something. I was like, okay, yes, I'm going to remember to do this. So I rinsed out a couple of pots that I know do not have drain holes in them. I'm gonna go ahead and collect some rainwater today, and I'll set this off to the side.
That is not smoke. That is not pollen. That, my friends, is termites. The flying termites are looking for new colonies, and the entire city of Abilene was swarmed by them.
Alright, so I went ahead and got the rest of that ladybug army put out, and so this is what I did. I just went ahead and opened up the bag all the way, cut the rest of it open, took the raffia out, and just let them crawl out of the bag and do their thing overnight. I did. It's at first started sprinkling over them, and then I was like, oh, that's going to take way too long to do that. So I just did that, and then they just started crawling out. But I also, while I was sprinkling, went ahead and put some of them out over here by the tomato plants, so they can start guarding the entire bed. They're on shift, guys. Let's see what happens. Another wet morning.
A few hours later.
Not doing much today. Michael and I are about to go get some chicken. Good morning, happy Thursday, it's sunny, yay, yay. I think we finally got past all the rains. I'm very, very happy about all the rains, and so are the plants. And I got to get started on that that cobbling, but man, it's been really, really weird with weather this week. It's been very back and forth, and not only did we have like rain weather, we had unexplained phenomena. We had like a plague of termites, flying termites. It was weird. I was outside. I had just put in those the collard green and the Brussels sprout into the bed, and I go inside, and Michael comes home and says, "Oh, I didn't know Abilene was gonna get a plague today, and I went, what? Well, what are you talking about? I mean, it's been raining a lot. I mean, yeah. He goes, no, we're outside. And yeah, that's what that was. It was just millions of flying termites trying to find new colonies. Since I really couldn't do much yesterday in the evening because it was pouring, Michael and I went to dinner. We went to DamageTheOtt, and I still wanted chicken, but we hadn't gone to Brahms yet. And so instead of going to a dedicated chicken place, I got a chicken sandwich, and I got a shake. It was really, really good. But afterwards, we went to Lowe's, and I got a couple new purchases. So I got these dianthus, where the pot that was holding the collard greens, I'm gonna put these in them. It's a very wide pot, much bigger than what this is, and I think that would be a nice bit of color to the garden. I also got 2 more varieties of tomatoes. I got the yellow pear tomatoes I said I was gonna get because I've been very, very drawn to these. And then I also got these Cherokee purples. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I got these as well. Look how beautiful these roots are. My goodness, they're gonna do so well in that garden bed. So we're gonna get those in the garden bed today. But I also just wanted to get some color. These are just for decoration, really. So I got a couple of these just to put in the garden bed, just to kind of vine out. The strawberries seem to be liking their new home. That is awesome. The Yukon Gold potato bed that was behind me, these were looking really sad. They look perky and happy. They got that fertilizer feed, and they also got all that rain. Potatoes. That's garden. All right, restart. It's time to get these out of their temp pots. Good pots. This one is the one that had, I believe this is the one that had the collard in it. Yeah, this is the one that had the collard green in it. So this is what I want to actually put the dianthus in. I'm going to take those out first, and then I'm going to put this, which is what had Brussels sprout in. Sprinkle them around. A little splash of color. They're so pretty. The beans and the cucumbers have a tiny bit of transplant shock, so we're gonna go ahead and pick off the bad leaves from these plants. Yeah, you can see like some of these brown leaves here. I want to go ahead and just take those. Are you standing guard? Look at you. You be a good lady guard. I'm going to pick off these bad leaves, and that'll take the stress off the plant, and that'll make sure that it can do the things that it needs to do. This is coming along. This is the idea I had in mind. Not the permanent furniture, but the idea. It's getting there. Hey, so I'm not doing anything in the garden today, but I am making some cookies, and I wanted to show you what I'm making. And I also wanted to show you a trick that I learned. Can't even remember where I learned it from, but it's a pretty neat trick, and it actually worked. So if you line your tray with rice and then put parchment paper over it, it keeps the bottom of the cookies from burning, and it actually works. The cookies I'm making are chocolate chunk blueberry chocolate cookies. Yeah, chocolate, lots of chocolate. But yeah, I promised Michael that I was going to make these, and they are fresh blueberries, not from my garden, but one day I do want to be able to make things like that from my garden. But yeah, these are blueberry chocolate chunk cookies that I'm making. Stay tuned. These turned out great. We did have the one casualty though. Eesh. Blueberry chocolate chunk chocolate cookies. Whatever. So excited. They just got a cool. And we're gonna dive in. Hey, thank you for tuning in today for today's episode of Weekend Garden Update. This was a fun week, regardless of the weather. I was really happy with what I was able to get started and get going. So I'm excited for the week ahead. I'll see you next week.